What's up, kings, queens, and hotties in between? It's your fella Krem. Love that you're watching the video, but before we get into it, go ahead and click that big red button, ring the bell, and tell your homies to go like and comment before giving them a juicy, and I mean the juiciest, sloppy time. Some may even call it Open New Content style. Hey there. It's been a very long amount of time since I last recorded or even made any content for you all. Hi, it's Krem again. So, quick summary of what has been going on in my life. I moved back to South America, and Wi-Fi has been pretty bad here, so I can't really stream. So that's why this is going to be a solo recording. I'm planning on returning to stream at some point, and then like next month or so. But anyways, that's not what we're here for today. Right now, we're going to be playing a Passimian deck with Lucario and, of course, Rampardos, the best fighting type Pokemon. So this deck is really just about stalling for Rampardos to really blow something up, but also Passimian is really good counter meta. How would you say? Counter meta, where Passimian really easily one-shots Oricorio, Zeraora, Jolteon, and a lot of other things. Also, it easily takes out Silvally. So yeah, it's pretty fun concept here. Especially after Jolteon, having a basic Pokemon with 100 HP means a lot because your Riolu is not gonna be a free point for them. So yeah, that's about it. If you guys enjoy this kind of content, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. It helps out the channel a lot. I'm trying to do all these new custom thumbnails for the channel, and if you guys enjoy it, please just let me know what you think about the thumbnail. I'm gonna keep trying to do that. Later today as well, I'll be recording with Eon for our set review. So yeah, that's about it. Catch y'all later. Alright, straight into game one. I forgot to mention, but this is all going to be post-commentary, of course, because I'm not streaming. But hey, I'm here. So yeah, we're just going to be starting off with Riolu. We're going to be fighting against Dragonite. And honestly, I think the new Dragonite is such a big problem for EXs, because how do you survive 180? And I'm sure every Dragonite deck is going to be running a Guzma, so it makes it even harder to deal with. That's why I really like running single cost units right now. Even if I have the double ultra rare Rainbow Incineroar, and I love Incineroar, it just feels really bad to play EXs right now. Even with How, which is diabolical somehow. Also, How is just broken. I don't know what to do about Primarina countering Incineroar. It hurts really bad. So yeah, just kind of had to take it slow this match. Right now we just smacked. We did a little jab on the Dratini. They're going to evolve into Dragonair. We have a Skull Fossil on the bench as well as Rampardos. They attach a giant cape, and also they have Shaman, so we really only did 10 damage to them, which kind of sucks. But we have another research, so hopefully we can top deck a rare candy, and we get the rare candy. So we have our Lucario, we have our Rampardos. All we gotta do is just run back into our Rampardos, hit, and they lose their Dragonair, and they also lose a Lightning Energy, which is pretty good. Being hyper aggressive turn 1 is extremely helpful against Dragonite, because you won't allow them to get the chance to set up in the first place. I have seen people experiment with Snorlax EX as a frontline for Dragonair or Dragonite with the double Ilima, so that you can pull out the Snorlax when it's low and you don't lose points. It's interesting. But anyways, GG. That was the first game. On to game 2. Let's see where we're going. We're going first, which kind of sucks. Did last match also go first? I don't remember. I know it just happened 2 seconds ago. We're recording this all in one take, but I forgot. Doesn't really matter, does it? We are going to be fighting against Chimchar. I think this deck was the one... Yeah, this is double Litten, single line of Charmander. What is it called? The final evolution? Monferno? So yeah, we got a Pokeball here. I would like a Riolu. but we don't get it. So we get Pissimian instead, which is also fine because we like secured the 80 damage buff. When I was originally like starting to create this idea of this deck, I wanted to do single line of Riolu with the Celestic Town Elder, but I decided it would be better to just do double Riolu because this team has a very weak turn 1 if we start first. So that's why Riolu, we're using that Riolu as well, the 1 energy cost one. I would have preferred to use the one with 70 HP and 2 energies for 40 damage. I forgot what it was called. Is its attack pound? I don't remember. But anyways, it doesn't really matter. You know what I'm talking about. It has 70 HP. I like that Riolu way more, especially in a post-Jolteon meta, but this deck would have way too weak of a turn 1 if I ran that one. So for now, Pissimian and the 20 HP, the 60 HP Riolu will have to do. So they got really lucky with a rare candy Incineroar, like basically turn 2 and turn 3. So that's kind of annoying, but thankfully Pissimian is tanky enough to just shrug it off just a little bit. I think I either lost Wi-Fi here or I was doing something IRL. So I think that I just leave the coin flip alone, which could have bit us in the ass. But I mean, this is casuals. This is normal battles, so it doesn't really matter. I've been a little lax with it. I think also this deck runs double Cranidos. I've been experimenting with double Cranidos just for consistency. I kind of like it. There is an argument to switch out into like one of the copies of Cranidos into like another supporter, maybe Iono or Communications. But I do like the Cranidos. My reasoning behind Cranidos is that Cranidos also one-shots or Choreo. So if you get, and it also doesn't like do chip damage, which is like really bad, you know? So you can just hit with Cranidos, then evolve the following turn, and you won't lose your HP. So yeah, it's very helpful. As for our Pissimians, they're just going to be sitting here. I think this one is going to go down to burn at the end of this turn, regardless of whatever they do. They also get a second rare candy Incineroar, which is honestly diabolical. They didn't even get any research yet. And I think we got a few researches, maybe 1 or 2. I think we only got, no, we must have got 2 already. So yeah, there's our second Cranidos, and we're just gonna hit them with, what the heck is our attack? Head Smash. Thankfully, Head Smash doesn't do 50 damage to yourself if you don't kill. I think honestly, to balance Rampardos, they should have done that. Like every time you use Head Smash, it should do 50 damage to yourself. But since it's not the case, we are going to abuse it. Also, yeah, you can switch one of the Cranidos for a red, but I found that it just doesn't really matter a lot of times because Rampardos is fighting type. So a lot of things that a lot of things are weak to Rampardos. A lot of things are weak to fighting type. So Snorlax, for example, has 160 HP. If you put a cape on it, it has 180. So if you do, I guess technically red would matter in that situation, but you do have double Lucario, so it doesn't matter. The main thing is that you really want to just rely on the rest of the team doing stuff. Here we go unpunished because Rampardos doesn't do 50 damage to itself whenever it uses Head Smash. So they get down to 30 HP, and we can kill with Pissimian at this point. But they're going to pull a Lily out of their ass. Yup, there we go. And now he's out of our kill range. So if we had red here, it would have mattered. And they also have leftovers. I don't know about leftovers on Incineroar. That feels really bad. Because what if you like push yourself out of the range? So, I mean, I guess like I just prefer Shaman, I think. Shaman Incineroar is always fun. I also have an Incineroar deck that I was like experimenting with, and I think I got it to like the best possible way. How do you call it? Like best scenario. Oh, we got a Sabrina. So we're gonna discard a Skull Fossil, and we're gonna just kill that. What is it called? Charmander? No. What is it called? My brain's like a little loopy-doopty, a little loosey-goosey right now. Chimchar, we're just gonna smack Chimchar for 60 because we have Lucario buff, and yeah, that ends the game. That was a really close game considering how lucky they were with the double Incineroar rare candy so quickly, but you know what? We came up on top because Rampardos is busted. Next match. I think this is our third match. Yes, it is. We're gonna start with Passimian. We are going first so frequently. We hate to see it. This deck has a relatively weak turn 1, as I mentioned before. Riolu sort of balances it out. Sort of. Kind of, sort of. We get our Riolu, which is nice. But yeah, the one energy for 20 damage is very helpful. So we're fighting against a Thunder deck. I wonder what will be here. Okay, we found Dratini. So they're probably running Dragonite EX. They attached to Oricorio, which I find interesting. I'm just like, why? They also give a Cape to it, which I don't understand why they would do that. Maybe because they were trying to avoid, like, assuming that I didn't get a second Passimian. They would live, I guess, but we end up getting the second Passimian here. I wish we got a fossil, because we do have like the full Rampardos line here. I think this is also why we kind of like Iono, just to find the fossil, but I don't know, I like double Cranidos. Double Cranidos feels really good to use. I might change it if I continue to play this in ranked. Right now I'm running a Jolteon deck in ranked, and I'm climbing pretty quickly, so the next video will be on that. I'm also gonna have to like try to draw a furry Jolteon, and it's gonna be kind of hard to do. I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna do it, but we'll see. I like the Passimian that I drew for this thumbnail. I think it looks really good. Bro's cheeked up. Rugby player. We got Sabrina. I'm looking at the card right now. I'm like, ooh, Sabrina, delicious. Also, they have a flare on the immersive Giratina. That's crazy. Interesting. So we get Sabrina them and kill a Dragonair because we have basically 100 damage on board with Lucario and Passimian, but they evolve into Dragonite. Kind of sucks. It would have been nice, and their next energy is water, so whatever we do, we are going to like just get evaporated. But we have Sabrina, so we can force them to come to us earlier, which is big. Sabrina in this deck is really big. I actually might consider running double Sabrina and cut one of the copies of Cranidos, because Sabrina just feels so insanely good in this deck. Catching things off guard is amazing. It's extremely underrated in this game. So yeah, here they're just going to use some potions to restore their health, make sure that they're nice and strong. They're big boy. The biggest boy, but because Dragonair can't attack for another turn after this one, I think we just automatically win from here, assuming they don't have like Lily or something, you know? So that Sabrina really like demolished them. I'm glad that we got it. We also have a Cyrus, so in the case that they decide to run away, which is extremely likely because they have Giratina there, we can pull them back. Now, the rest of our hand is extremely unfortunate because we just don't have a fossil, which kind of sucks, I'm not gonna lie, but this match will showcase how Passimian does, what Passimian does, how good it is. And honestly, I'm just really happy to be using like a card that I actually like. I mean, honestly, Lucario, like I have double full art Lucario because I traded it from my alt account, one of them. So I have two of them, and I've always wanted to run a fighting deck, and now I can just run it with Passimian. And Passimian is just one of my favorite. Oh, the Wi-Fi, yeah. So I had to cut a little bit of that game because I was like trying to figure out how to get my Wi-Fi back, but it is back, and the opponent does not, they don't know what to do here. I'm still highlighting my Cyrus because I feel like they're just gonna run away. I think that's like the only way that you live here, because I still do 60 damage with Passimian. It's kind of crazy how much more I enjoy the basic Passimian than the EX one. I've seen people run the EX Passimian with Lycanroc, but I just don't like Lycanroc. Is that crazy to say? It just doesn't feel good to use. But yeah, they end their turn, and it's basically GG's from here. We have an extremely cursed hand. 2 rare candies, double Granados, double Rampardos, but not a single fossil, but it's fine, whatever. At that point, I was like, maybe we should... I hope they red card me or Mars. But yeah, this is the final match. You're gonna enjoy this one. I think this is just like the funniest like little replay ever. We're going first, so I didn't really want to put Passimian in front. We do have all our basics right now, but I'm gonna hold off on putting Passimian down because we know that we're not gonna be attacking with Passimian. We have Lucario, so you can see a few turns mentally ahead. You're gonna see how this game ends in such a ridiculous way. This is why we run the single cost Riolu. Also, we've been getting first like every single game on the showcase, which kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie, just ignore that. Also, holy shit, let me double check I'm recording. Okay, I'm recording. I've been talking for like maybe 20 minutes, and it would make me really sad if the recording was not going through. We ended up discarding the fossil just to showcase our double Passimians cheering us on, and we just closed the game out like that.